The joint top weight here of 11 stone 12 at 6-1 under the champion jockey. Marlborough at 9-1. Ruby Walsh now takes the mount on Marlborough, with Irish Hussar being a non-runner. Horus and Jamie Moore at 20-1. Hunter's Tweed at 11-2. Russ Garrity. Chiquelo and Jerry Supple at 25-1. And it's Jamie Goldstein on Shardam at 20-1. Richard Johnson on Gunter McBride, the winner of this race 2 years ago, at 9-2. Is No Good. Roddy Green at 13-2. Jim Cullity on Perfect Fellow at 25-1. There's another jockey change on It's Only Me. It's now Tom Doyle who replaces David Cross at 25-1. And at the bottom, Jimmy Tennis and Sam Thomas, currently trading as favourite now.
Market leader, you got a big prize about him being favourite a week ago, but that's the way it's panned out. Gunter McBride 4-1 was supported, anti-post Gunter McBride also being supported on the day, it seems, from 9-2. Hunter's Tweed slightly on the slide, as is Shooting Light, the top weight. Tony McCoy's chosen that one. Jerry thinks he might be on the wrong one. So do the punters, 5-1 out to 6.5-1. Further support for the favourite now, Jimmy Tennis into 100-30. Look.
So then for the Racing Post chase, some of these were an absolute credit to their trainers in the parade. They look magnificent on the whole. Jumping the first fence is No Good in the blue sleeves. Gunter McBride on the near side, with Hunter's Tweed in the green and yellow on the outside, followed by Perfect Fellow. They jump the first open ditch now. Gunter McBride really threw himself at the fence, leads the way. 2 Is No Good. Hunter's Tweed, then Shardam is often a front runner into 4th place, just ahead of Perfect Fellow, and then Marlborough. And a couple of lengths to Shooting Light, Horus, and behind these It's Only Me as they begin the turn into the back straight for the first time. In the rear, Chiquelo and Jimmy Tennis, the market leader, is just about the back marker. Horus is also held up towards the back. Running down the back straight now, 4 fences down here. And it's Gunter McBride and Richard Johnson, who's won this race 3 times in recent years. Jumps this a little bit left-handed. Gunter McBride still holds the advantage to Is No Good. Hunter's Tweed on the outside on the right there, and then Shardam back on the inner as they take the next. Marlborough landed in about 5th place ahead of Shooting Light in the red headgear, the black jacketed Perfect Fellow, the black and gold of It's Only Me, and then in the pink on the fence is Chiquelo, Horus in green, and in the red at the back is Jimmy Tennis as they clear the next. One more to take in the back straight on this first circuit, and Gunter McBride appearing to be setting a good gallop here in front. Winner of this race 2 years ago and chased home La Londière 12 months ago. Is No Good is second. Shardam, Hunter's Tweed, these front 4 kicked a little way clear of Marlborough, who looked magnificent before the start of the race. Had an almost stately aura as he walked in the parade. Ruby Walsh in the saddle. Shooting Light is 6th, and then Perfect Fellow, It's Only Me on the outside, Chiquelo, Horus, and lastly Jimmy Tennis. Down the straight, 3 fences in a line. Gunter McBride and Hunter's Tweed 1 and 2. Is No Good between the pair. They're all safely over again. Shardam is back in 4th position from Marlborough as they jump the middle one. Gunter McBride really stood off it. Chiquelo was a bit slow, but the others were really fluent as they tank on now towards the next. It's fence number 9. And still Gunter McBride and Hunter's Tweed disputing it here. They rise together. Gunter McBride from Hunter's Tweed. Then Is No Good in 3rd place. Shardam is 4th. Marlborough. Then Shooting Light under his big weight together with Horus. Chiquelo, It's Only Me. Jimmy Tennis just nudged along, has passed 1 Perfect Fellow with a circuit left to cover. They run right-handed. There's Jimmy Tennis. Not exactly travelling well at the moment. Sam Thomas using his whip quite liberally already. It's early days too. They run to the water jump. Down the side of the course, Gunter McBride, Is No Good and Hunter's Tweed, the front trio. Shardam is 4th. Then Shooting Light off the fence now. Marlborough is next, right up against the rail as they jump this plain one. And there Is No Good was definitely the better. It's Only Me jumped very left-handed towards the back. Perfect Fellow has dropped right away. This is an open ditch they're coming to. Gunter McBride and Is No Good. Shardam in 3rd. Hunter's Tweed has just dropped a couple of lengths. And Marlborough, Mick, one of your old allies, Marlborough, he's travelling okay.
Well, I'd be chuffed to bits if I was riding him now. He really is. He's loving it out there. The other horse who had been jumping very well, John, is Hunter's Tweed, but he just seems to drop back a little bit now.
He's been jumping well. He's been in top gear. There's a horse I'd like to be on at the moment, Horus.
Yeah.
Tanya, what price can I get Horus at the moment?
You can get 5 to 1, John Horace, and Marlborough's travelling nicely at 7 to 2 favourite for the current moment. Jimmy Tennis, though, that started 3 to 1, is now out to 10 to 1 and drifting.
Well, Perfect Fellow has been pulled up. It's Only Me is tailing off. Jimmy Tennis is really struggling. And up ahead, Gunter McBride and Is No Good. They've been hard on the razor blade throughout here. Shardham is third. And then Horace moving well in fourth place, menacingly well. Marlborough's back in fifth. Shooting Light is being asked to improve now as they jump the next. Gunter McBride with Is No Good and Shardham. Horace, Marlborough on the inside. A gap to Shooting Light. And then another break to Chiquelo. And Jimmy Tennis desperately trying to get into the race, the last in the back straight, and it's former winner Gunter McBride that still lands in front there. Shardham now moves up on the inner with Is No Good. Horace is fourth. Marlborough is asked to try and go get the leaders by Ruby Walsh. Then in sixth place is Shooting Light. They're clear of Chiquelo and Jimmy Tennis. They turn in then. Richard Johnson on Gunter McBride. Can Johnson win another racing post chase? It's been a race he's farmed. In second Is No Good. Horace now delivering a run. Jamie Moore out wide. Shardham. Marlborough is coming there as they run down towards the third last. Gunter McBride and Horace. Marlborough on the outside. The 12-year-old getting right into it there. Can he do an Edredon Blur? They run down to their second last. Horace just shades Gunter McBride. Marlborough on the stands. Horace has gone. Horace jumped in front and is down there. And Marlborough is left in front of Gunter McBride as they run down towards the final fence. It's Marlborough and Ruby Walsh pulling clear. Can he get over the last? Grand old horse. It's Marlborough lands ahead of Gunter McBride. Then Is No Good and Shardham, and racing up towards the line. Marlborough is rolling back the years here at Kempton, and Marlborough is going to win the racing post chase. Driven out. What a grand old horse. Marlborough wins from Gunter McBride in second. Is No Good is third. Shardham is fourth. Then Chiquelo. Jimmy Tennis was never in it, and they are the only ones to complete. Hunter's Tweed has pulled up. So too It's Only Me and Shooting Light. Jamie Moore is on his feet.
In the race behind Gloria Victorson, he's gone one better. He loves it round Kempton. He's done well today to win. Returning at 8 to 1. Second was number 12, Gunter McBride, returning at 4 to 1. And third was number 13, Is No Good.